Some months ago now, I bought a collection of old covers from an antique shop, and I did a couple of videos about those, and if you're interested in watching them, I'll put a link to one of them in the top right hand corner now. So do check that out after this one. So this little cover is under the microscope today, and it has a few interesting features that we can talk about. Straight away, the thing that catches my eye are the 2-penny red stamps. They've been placed upside down on this cover, which is a little unusual, don't you think? Why would they be placed upside down? Then I seem to remember an old law which suggested that posting a stamp with the monarch's portrait upside down was considered an act of treason and was usually punishable by death. I've just zoomed in a little so you can get a better view of those two stamps. Anyway, I decided to do a little research on that weird law, and it turns out that it's false. The Treason Felony Act of 1848 made it an offence to do any act with the intention of deposing the monarch, but it seems unlikely that placing a stamp upside down fulfills this criteria. The Act itself certainly doesn't refer to stamps, and according to the Royal Mail, it's perfectly acceptable to put a stamp upside down today. When we take a closer look at the stamps, we can see that they are perforated and have 2 stars in the top left and right hand corner, although as they're turned upside down, it's the bottom left and right hand corner. And these are known as penny stars. They ran from 1854 to 1864. Let's take a look at the written text on the front here. I think it's addressed to George Eads Esquire, Solicitors, Evesham. Handwriting back in those days was really hard to read. Then in pencil, somebody has written the word keep just there. And then I think this little bit of text here says, from Algernon Borthwick of the Morning Post. What I find amazing is how vague the information is. There's just a name, the solicitors, and the town. There's no door number, street name, county, or postcode. I don't think this would find its destination today if we all wrote as vague details as this on our envelopes. Turning it over, we have these 2 postmarks. This one is dated March 11th, 1857, when it was sent, and then it arrives at its destination a day later on the 12th of March, 1857, as we can see from this one here. But then in the centre, we have this lovely deep red wax seal. Then if I bring it as close to the camera as I can, you can maybe make out some of the detail of the seal. There looks to be some kind of figure in the middle with possibly Latin text surrounding it, all set within a shield surround. And I really do like how all that detail still remains after all these years. When we open up the cover, we have this little 1-page note. Let me just take that away for a second. There we go. The paper is quite thick, as you can see. And this is the front of it. In the top right hand here, it says Morning Post. Anyway, let me place it down and see if we can't make out some of the text. Okay, we can see that this text has been written using a fountain pen of sorts. So let me have a go at reading this. We have a date, March the 11th, 1857, the word private. And then we go with, my dear Mr. Eads, I have been anxiously waiting your reply to my letter. I see now Mr. is that Malins is standing. Are you, and I can't make that word out at the bottom. I think it begins with an S. Let me bring it a little closer. This is what I do need help on. If you can make out that last word, please do let me know in the comment section. Turning it over, it continues with, what are the prospects of the Evesham election, and what chance, in your opinion, should I have with Liberal support? Let me just move that up there so you can make out the rest of it. Faithfully yours, Algernon Borthwick. What a name that is, Algernon. Very Victorian, don't you think? Has a certain Charles Dickens ring to it. So that's this note in a nutshell. It seems to be political in nature, talking about elections, candidates standing and Liberal votes. I then decided to do a bit of research on the Morning Post, the name Algernon Borthwick, and to my surprise, there is a Wikipedia page about this guy. It turns out he was a British journalist and Conservative politician and owner of the Morning Post, a Conservative daily newspaper published in London from 1772 until 1937, when it was bought out by the Daily Telegraph. There is a caricature of Algernon Borthwick which appeared in Vanity Fair back in 1871. And this is what we're looking at now. He certainly looks well fed and well to do. And without boring you with the details of his life, if you fancy checking him out, then just Google Algernon Borthwick and you'll be able to read all about him. This is definitely one of the more interesting covers that I do have, and I hope that you've enjoyed this video and learned a thing or two. If you have, then do me a favour, please like, subscribe and share this video around. All of that stuff really does help. And until the next video, thanks for watching and bye for now.